Folks, Pastor Rocky, hope you're doing well today. Sorry running late. Much is going on, of course. We have many things that happen every day, but one of the things that's joyous to us is before we get there, God's already waiting on us. That's a wonderful thing to think about, because with our schedules and with our time frame and with what we do, sometimes we feel like, Lord, where are you? Well, He's waiting on us. I mean, not only is He with us, not only has He been where we've been, but He is where we're going. And that's one of the wonderful things today that you can think about God, because everything that's in your life, everything that's encompassed in your life, He already knows about and He cares. And one of the things that's very important is walking in fellowship. Walking in fellowship with God. That means that you're on speaking terms, you're right-handed fellowship, you're walking together with God. And what happens to us is sometimes our busyness gets us out of that cycle a little bit. And not only that, but our lifestyles, that will take us away from the fellowship of God. And let me just encourage you today, don't let anything get in the way of that relationship and that fellowship, because that is what matters in your personal spiritual walk with God, is that you're right in line with where He is going, where He is headed, and where He is taking you. You know, things that happen to us, we really don't have any idea when they're going to come, but God forewarns us. I had a good friend of mine send me a note this morning that a similar thing happened to her that happened to us on Sunday, and it involved her dad, which is okay now, but she heard the voice of the Holy Spirit. How wonderful is it that God will speak to your heart about things to come? Now, just because that doesn't happen every time does not mean that God doesn't care for you or love you. I've had people say, well, God never speaks to me. Well, He does speak to us. Sometimes we don't listen, but God does speak to us. But it's very important to understand that we don't always get the voice, nor do we always get what God's trying to say. But our desire is to scoot up closer to Him. For example, a grandmother that has a grandchild and it's cold, or the child comes in out of the snow and grandmother just wraps them up. You know, you've seen that happen many times. It may have happened to you many times. And if you're a grandmother, certainly you've done this to your grandchild. You just held them so tight, you almost squeezed the life out of them, because you're just trying to get them warm and you're snuggling them up. Well, that's a very important thing, to snuggle up to God, that you might want to get very close and very, very much in the fellowship, to walk with Him, to talk with Him, to be blessed, and to understand what He's trying to do in your life. Well, today is a day that you have another chance. Today is a day that you can speak with Him and walk with Him and talk with Him. And as I'm talking to you, that's the way I talk to God exactly. There's no difference. There's no difference. I'm just on my knees. I have my head bowed. I'm talking to Him. I talk going down the road like everybody else. And going in and out of the office, in and out of the house, whatever. I talk to Him all the time. But when I pray, I talk to Him just like I'm talking to you. You know, God desires our fellowship, our relationship, our conversation, because this is a very important element of life that sometimes we forget. I've actually had people say, well, you know, God doesn't want to talk to me because, you know, there's so many other problems in the world. No. Let me tell you something. You are number one to God. Not number two, not number 10. You know, in our lives, we have a scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. But with God, there's no scale. Everybody's on the same level. He loves you just as much as He loves anybody else. Nobody's higher than you. Nobody's lower than you. We're all on the same line. God loves us and cares for us. And I want to tell you today, be strong in the Lord and the power of His might, and God, well, He'll make a way for you. God bless you. We love you, and goodbye.